A gente fala da Brasil Week, que movimenta Nova York, vai até quinta-feira. A CNN Brasil acompanha tudo em loco para trazer os principais destaques para você. A gente conversou com a diretora executiva da divisão de alimentos para a América Latina e diretora global de estratégia e transformação de uma das maiores fabricantes de alimentos do planeta, a Pepsico. A Pepsico, né? Pepsico abrasileirado. Ela destacou que a Brasil Week é uma oportunidade para o Brasil e para os Estados Unidos moldarem uma agenda comum entre esses dois grandes mercados das Américas, principalmente tendo como base o recente encontro entre os presidentes Lula e Trump. E que essa janela deve ser aproveitada porque ela é curta.
We have lots of Brazilians here from the private and public sectors, and I want to know from the American side, like what the Americans think. So how do you, coming from the private sector, how do you see, what do you expect from this week, from this Brazil week here in New York?
Yeah, first of all, this week is a great place where we can have convergence of multiple ideas across industries, so we can find common platforms between the US and Brazil, and we can work towards a common agenda, innovation, regulation, trade agreements. So it's a unique opportunity that across industries, both from industry like us in the food and agro space, but also energy and banking, we can converge to one common platform between the two markets.
And how do you see Brazil as a commercial partner right now?
I think Brazil has a golden opportunity. Brazil sits in the crossroads of being a key catalyst of growth for the Western Hemisphere while collaborates greatly with the rest of the world. So, first of all, it can influence a lot of the policy setting. It can drive a lot of foreign direct investment in the market, subject to opening a bit kind of the borders to what is kind of these ideas that can travel from the US, what are those technology platforms that can really drive further innovation in the US, plus also use the opportunity now based on the meeting between President Trump and President Lula to shape the common agenda between the two markets. I would say though, the time window is short. So part of the responsibility of both the government and the private sector is how can you now push both parties to reach a common growth platform that can benefit both the US and the Brazilian economy.
So do you think there is a momentum here that cannot be lost?
I think there is a big momentum, but as I was saying, the window is very short for both Brazil and US. Identify what are those key areas like energy, safety, agro, circularity, that they can drive a common platform together, and they commit to that platform, not just in the short term, but also in the medium term with consistency, and the private sector will be behind both governments.
Is there anything, any sector, just out of curiosity, now that you mentioned like security, agro, is there any one of these that calls your attention, that you think that is specifically like interesting right now, or do you think everything?
Well, there are two industries that I feel are super critical for both countries. One is obviously energy. Is super important for national security, plus also for all the technology advancements that both countries want to make moving forward. And the second is food system safety and agro. As I was saying in the panel, US is the biggest food consumer and Brazil is the biggest food producer. So just imagine the synergies of creating a food value chain where both countries would benefit.